Hi there, Chris Whelan here from the Center of Business Excellence, Building Better Businesses. We're on to day 14 of the 20-part series of how to grow your business in a financial pinch. And today I'm going to talk to you about something absolutely critical. Well, not that the others aren't as well, but this is really, really, really important. It's the topic of strategic partnerships. We are not in business alone. We don't exist out in the world just on our own. What do they say? No man's an island, or in today's world, no person's an island. But certainly we're not isolated, right? We have to exist, and we do exist within an ecosystem of other businesses, other people that need our services, and critically strategic people that are strategically important to us, and we are strategically important to them. So I want to talk to you today about when you're in a business, how you can use that to grow strategic partnerships. And first thing, of course, you need to identify who those potential partners are. I would suggest you sit down and you get a whole list of people, look for businesses that complement your offerings, all right? So understand who your potential partners are, establish clear partnership goals, and I'll talk to this in a moment, but these are the three things that I think are massively important. Who could your potential partners be? What are your partnership goals? You need to be very clear on that. And then collaborate on market offerings and marketing initiatives. So let's just go through five things. It'll cover, it'll incorporate those three as well. 5 areas. 1, identify who your complementary businesses are. If you're I'm trying to think of an example. If you're a plumber, for example, you might have building companies that work closely with you. You might have suppliers that work closely with you. Find out who they are, because actually that works very, very well, and they can refer business to you. You can refer business to them. So find out who they are. Make sure you know exactly who they are in your particular target market. And what I would really emphasize, these are strategic partnerships for your business. That's your brand that they're also representing. So make sure that it's not just anyone. It's not just any Tom, Dick, or Harry, to use that term. There need to be people that actually you respect and that are respected in the industry, because your brand is going to be represented by them. So number 1, identify complementary businesses. Number 2, reach out with a proposal. Don't just, hey, how's it going? It's Joe. What can we do together? Reach out with something formal. Reach out with something substantive, that you actually say, this is what I want to achieve. I'd like to have a conversation with you. And how do we do that together? I think you want to make sure you highlight the mutual benefits. What's in it for them? What's in it for you? There's probably a third benefit, actually, and that's what's in it for your potential joint customers. And let's not be shy about it. Let's actually say, the reason I'm hooking up with you is because I think this will be beneficial to me for this reason, and it'll be beneficial to you for that reason, and our customers will benefit for reason number 3. And then you tailor that pitch, right? Again, this is not a casual relationship. This is a strategic partnership. Make sure you tailor it to each thing, each particular partnership. The third element is also along the same or similar lines. Make sure that you absolutely have clear partnership terms. Now, I'm not suggesting that you make it bigger than Ben-Hur, but what I'm suggesting very strongly is that you make sure that they're very clear terms. We will meet on a monthly basis to evaluate last month's program and to plan next month's program. We will meet every quarter to see what worked and what hasn't worked. We will, when we host each other, when we refer to each other, there will be a referral fee or a referral program, as an example. We will make sure that at least every single year we do this, 5 times, 6 times. So it's not just something that's pie in the sky. It's not just something that's a nice idea. It's actually very clear. The terms of the partnership are clear. In any partnership that you get into, you want to make sure that's the case. And in a business, in a strategic partnership, where your reputation's on the line and the other person's, you want to make sure, again, that you're treating each other with that level of professionalism, if you like. And again, then you can do that and review it periodically. If you know anything about me, you'll know that I'm very strong on quarterly plans. And so you can review these things at least quarterly. And that way you can keep on track and make sure that you adjust as you need to. The fourth area is to execute joint campaigns. And I've kind of hinted at this already. Don't just be that you write these nice terms, you evaluate which partnership you should have, and then you never do anything. Make sure that you're regularly executing joint campaigns. That's why I say at least once a month we'll do A, B, or C. It might be that we'll put marketing out. You might, in your strategic partnership, person writes out to their database. You might have an offer that goes in there, or a piece of information that you want to share with that person's or that business's database. Similarly, the other way around. But you want to make sure that you're executing joint campaigns and you're doing it consistently. And just a comment on that. The best marketing is consistent marketing. It's no good at doing something once and do it in January and then you don't do it again until until June or July. You want to be consistent. So that's just a slightly bit of an aside point. And of course, then when you're doing those joint marketing campaigns, make sure you monitor the outcomes and sit down at your monthly review session with your strategic partner and sit down and say, right, what worked, what didn't work. Just on that, I suppose a slightly different comment is that you don't have to have one strategic partner. So it doesn't have to be one all the time. You could get 3 or 4 or 5 that you're all in the same or similar industries and you get a power group together. And again, sit down with that group on a monthly basis, right? You want to, everything I've said so far applies one-to-one, but it applies obviously to all of you. Sit down regularly, and that will give you a real strength. The fifth thing, I guess the fifth strategy, is evaluate the, I don't want to say the efficacy of the partnership, the strength of the partnership or partnerships. If it's not working, right, don't be shy about it. Just say that this isn't working in this particular situation. If you've done the adjustments, you've tried, you've looked at different things, it's not working, that's fine. But you want to actually track your metrics. You don't just want to, again, be a thumbsucker and say, oh, I think it's not working, I don't feel like it's working, because that isn't good enough. Make sure you've got clear metrics. I've said you want to do it at least monthly, so that's one thing. You might want to say, look, we want to get at least 10 referrals, whatever the number is, or 10 new leads, again, whatever that number is, whatever works for your particular thing. And you want to do that not just 10 over a year, but maybe 10 over a month. Right? Did that work? Didn't it work? If you find that it's consistently not working, your return on investment isn't working, then you need to adjust, or you need to find a different partnership. The point I'm making, though, is that you really, really, really want to have clear metrics. Don't just let it be a gut feel thing. Gut is good, absolutely. For many of us, if you've been in business a long time, you kind of know stuff. But what I'm suggesting is you want a business that actually can work outside of your head to have clear metrics as well. Right? So again, strategic partnerships, very, very keen to chat further if there are questions you have. I'm touching on the surface here a little bit. It's a really, really interesting way of building a business. It's an interesting way of building community amongst your partners. And of course, what's good for them is good for you and it's good for your customers. So all the best. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.